Hi, my name is Dermot Quinn. I'm at the Greenhills Irish Bakery here in Dorchester, and I'm about to go through the process of making Irish soda bread. This is the flour. This is all-purpose flour. We're going to sift that a little bit. The reason you sift the ingredients are just to eliminate any lumps. If you don't sift it, it's possible to get lumps and you'll get dry pieces in the bread when you cut it. This is a pastry flour. Here we have the makings of approximately 4 breads. 4 nice sized breads. We weigh them at 1 pound 10 ounces. And what's nice about this recipe is when you make the bread, you don't have to cook all 4 breads or bake all 4 breads together. You can actually freeze some of your breads. You can bake 2 breads today and freeze the other 2 and leave them in the freezer for as long as you like. So I wouldn't recommend freezing them any more than like a month. Here we have some baking soda, salt, baker's cream, sift those, and sugar. No need to sift the sugar. Sugar is pretty much evenly throughout. Sugar can always be adjusted. If you like something sweet or less sweet, you can take a little sugar away, or more sweet, add a little more sugar. So that's our ingredients. Next, I'm going to cut in the flour and cut in the shortening and the margarine. And the easy thing about making soda bread is it just makes it real easy together. No need for a machine. Put in the shortening and the margarine together. The raisins, going back to the raisins there, we soaked the raisins for like 20 minutes. Just left them sitting in lukewarm water, which is like room temperature water, a little above room temperature. And that helps to let some moisture back into the raisins. The reason we do that is if I put in the dried raisins right into the bread, tomorrow after you have your fresh bread, tomorrow you'll find that your bread is very dried out. The raisins will soak up all the moisture from your bread. So it's real important that you soak the raisins a little bit. And you can substitute raisins with dried blueberries or dried cranberries if you want to make like a fruity soda bread. Okay, that's fine. That's your mixture all together now. And next we're just going to add the raisins. On this particular recipe, we're going to leave out the caraway. We're going to leave out the caraway because I got some Irish friends coming over for dinner tonight. When I get the American friends coming over, I'll add caraway to it. Next is the low-fat buttermilk. You just buy this at the store anywhere. I always hold back a little bit on the buttermilk because sometimes the flour might change a little bit, the time of the season, if it's too cold or too hot. Or sometimes you might need just a little extra buttermilk. So you mix it nice and gently. It's coming together nicely. Looks a little dry. So I'm going to use the rest of the buttermilk, and I might even need a little touch more. I'm going to add a little touch more. This is a time of the year where you're coming out of the winter and the flour is still very cold. It's in the warehouses and it's still pretty cold, and it takes a little more moisture. So don't be afraid to add a little more buttermilk. That's beautiful right there. Now that the mixture has come together nicely, I'm going to knead it out. Okay, I'm just turning out the soda bread. As you see, it's nice texture. This needs very little kneading. Here you have the soda bread rolled into one piece. If at home you don't have a baker scales, you can just estimate into 4 sections, 4 different sizes, or you can cut into 6 different sizes, whatever you like, whatever weight. Here I'm going to cut it in the middle and go in the middle again. So just as we're in the bakery, we always measure. So that's approximately 1 pound 9 ounces. So we form into a round balls like that. As you see, it takes very little kneading and it just forms right together. We're going to bake them in 7-inch foil pans for approximately 50 minutes at 350 degrees. You shake a little flour on the underneath and a little flour on top. You preheat the oven to 350 degrees and you bake for 50 minutes. And before you bake, you just put a little cross at the top of the breads. This helps to even out the baking process. And during baking, the bread comes up evenly. And a little more flour on top. If you were doing a caraway, you'd shake a little caraway on top. Or different fruit, you'd shake a little cranberries on top or something like that, just to give it a little colour. Well, here we have the Irish soda bread. It's been out of the oven for over an hour and it's cooled down nicely. We sliced it up here. One of the breads is sliced up and it's served with Irish butter all the way from the Golden Vale of Ireland, where the richest creameries in the world operate. We have preserves, some jam and some marmalade. The soda bread is mostly eaten in the afternoon with what the English call high tea. Soda bread is very easy to make. Try it yourself. Give it a go.